How about education abroad? Will your kids attend a local private school or public school? Will they go to an international school? Or would you even consider homeschooling your kids if you're not homeschooling them already? I've been interested in homeschooling my kids for a few years now, specifically my child with special needs. So I decided to attend the Texas State Homeschool Convention because I wanted to learn more strategies and get really more inspired about this whole homeschooling thing because I wasn't feeling very confident about it. So come along with me as I experience this event and I share my insights from some of the sessions that I attended and how many of them were a true game changer in boosting my confidence to homeschool my kids here as well as when we move abroad.
All right, so I just finished the first sessions, the morning sessions, and I have to say that I am I don't know if I should use the word impressed, but very happy with how the morning has gone so far. A little overwhelmed because there are so many people and so many things to see, so many things to do, so many people to talk to, and I got to see two of my friends, so that's great. I knew that they were coming, and it's great to see some familiar faces. The reason why it was so important for me to come to this convention is to have an understanding of what to expect with homeschooling and knowing that homeschooling is not just a one size fit all. There are different reasons why families homeschool, and my reason might not be my friend's reasons, right? And I wanted to be able to hear from a general sense of, okay, we're doing this and I'm not a crazy person for wanting to do that and wanting to see other people doing it, not just on YouTube, but like real people. And there's so many people, all kinds of families. It's very, very encouraging to see that as a possibility. The main two reasons why I'm looking into homeschooling, one is because our oldest has special needs, and yes, he's getting support at school. However, I strongly believe that homeschooling will help him because when you homeschool, you go at your own rhythm. And so it's not the curriculum rhythm, it's not the class rhythm, it's not what the state says, it's what your child needs and the rhythm that works for your child. That's the kind of flexibility that would work best for him. The second reason is because of our move and not knowing what to expect in a new school. Homeschooling could be a possibility. There are different education possibilities, options for us, international schools mostly, but homeschooling is also an option. The good thing about homeschooling, and that I personally love, is the flexibility, is the fact that you set your schedule the way you want to, and you get to apply concepts and illustrate concepts in the way that you see fit. For example, going to the zoo and learning about different animals and all of that, that's part of your science curriculum. Yes, you have the textbook and the videos and all of that, but also the application of saying, you know what, yesterday we looked at the textbook, we looked at the videos, but tomorrow we're going to the zoo. In a traditional classroom, yes, maybe you have a field trip, but it's just one thing. It's like going to the museum or even going to the zoo, but it's just one thing. But when you're homeschooling, you get to decide and you get to insert these different field trips inside of your curriculum, inside of your homeschooling schedule. And so you get to personalize it based on your kids' needs, and you can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. And that's a great option for you if you're thinking about homeschooling, whether you're moving or not. This is just a great option. Homeschooling was always in the back of my mind because of that, mostly because of my oldest and his needs. For the other ones, it's funny thing is that I asked all of my kids if there's something you would want to modify from your traditional school. What is the one class you would love to have more of? And two of my kids said they would love to have more science, like more hands-on things. And yes, there's a certain curriculum in traditional classroom, but when you homeschool, you can go with the curriculum, but you can also add more things because you have more time, you have more resources that you can pull from. And so you can help your kids tap into the subjects that they actually love and excel at. So sure, maybe they're not really good at math, but they're really good at English. Well, let's tap into English more and have them write novels or have them write things, and right, because you're tapping into their the thing that they really like and that they're really good at. And so that's the flexibility that I really love about homeschooling and the idea of homeschooling. Like, I think that internally I've always had that dream of homeschooling my kids, like teaching my kids, because I've always loved teaching since I was a kid and ended up being a college professor. So I love the act of teaching. I love that. Teaching Sunday school, I love that. And so for me, saying yes to homeschooling was a little challenging earlier, because I was like, I don't want to be with my kids all day, and I don't know if I'm well equipped to teach them things that I'm not great at. Like, science was never my thing, math was never my thing. How am I going to teach my kids math? And so going to a convention like this morning session on Homeschooling 101 was from a lady. Let me look at my notes. Her name is, she was pretty funny. The name of the session was, I said I'd never homeschool and here I am. Her name is Lydia Kyle. And she was talking about how she never wanted to homeschool. However, because of the needs of one of her child, she was like, you know what? I have to take this into my own hands and give my child the flexibility that he needs. And a lot of the things that she said I relate with because they are similar to my reasons. The lack of freedom, the fact that, oh, I'm going to be with my kids 24/7. Yes. However, she emphasized the need for autonomy for the person who is teaching the child, whether it's the mom or the dad, or even if it's 50-50, the fact that you need to have moments to yourself. And so, yeah, that's a great way for you to take some time away from the home, time away from your kids, and to make it all healthy and avoid burnout, because burnout is real in the homeschooling community. And I also went to a Behind the Spectrum session about homeschooling kids with special needs. One thing that I really, really loved and that made me say yes to this convention, this conference, is that they have so many sessions geared towards kids with special needs. And so, yes, it's not just homeschooling in general, but homeschooling a child with special needs, which is one of my special consideration. So I came to the car to kind of breathe a little bit because, you know, introvert, and to have some snacks. And I'm going back in for the afternoon sessions. I think right now I'm going to go into a homeschooling 101, and then one for special needs kids, and then another general homeschooling one that is more about choosing your curriculum. No, choosing your curriculum is tomorrow. The one for today is about planning for the year. I'm a planner. I have to go to that session. Okay, so I'll keep you updated. And yes, talk to you soon.
And so that's why everything always seems like it's a crisis for us. But that's why we want to include every single
connection is for correction. Coming alongside, connecting with them, that empathy is for correction. Regulation, we talked about some of those regulation principles early on, like how do you do this?
Some of you have kids who learn differently, and some of you are just interested in the best way to teach math for all kids.
Okay, I'm in this booth and I don't know what to get. There are so many good options that my kids would love. I think I'm gonna find one of these for the girls.
Whether it's adding something to the page or
12, 10, and my twins are 8. Yes, okay.
And then which one are you interested in?
Thank you.
Yeah.
say this book is a great read if they like reading.
Yes. So the conference is done. After 3 days, do I believe that I can homeschool the kids? Yes. Do I believe that I can homeschool the kids abroad? Yes, again. The conference has given me so much more confidence. I already knew that I could, but I still had some doubts. And it gave me permission to do it imperfectly because homeschooling is not perfect. Regular school is not perfect. And so it gave me the permission that I needed to do it our way, the way that works for me, the way that works for my children. And if you can go to a homeschooling convention, I call it conference or convention, you know what I'm trying to say, definitely go. Definitely go if you're a newbie, if you're considering it. If you haven't done it yet, you're considering it. If you've been doing it for a little bit, if you're a veteran homeschooler, definitely go to a convention. You'll meet a lot of new people, friends, and it's been great. It's been really, really great. It really filled my cup. It filled my cup because I needed that confirmation. I needed that validation in a way. And I really got it from the sessions on homeschooling 101 to the sessions on how to homeschool special needs kids, how their brains work, to even the last session that I went into, which was on time management and how I saw how that lady was a little type A like me and the strategies that she uses. That really helped me a lot in my own thinking process and in my own vision for how homeschooling can work for our family. So definitely, yes, I'm so glad that I came and I'm ready to start this journey. So obviously I'm going to take you along on this journey on how I'm building our own homeschooling program and process and all of that. Okay, so if you're game, definitely stay tuned because I'll share more about homeschooling. If you have specific questions about how I'm going to put together this homeschooling in a way that works for our family, let me know in the comments, ask your questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer these questions. Obviously, I don't have all the answers because that's how it is, and I'm trying to figure it out. So thank you again for coming along with me on this homeschooling convention, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Excellent.